All of the sun is out today. How much of it? All of it. Alright. So I had done this really fantastic set of videos over the last probably a week. I got a new microphone, the Gucci, you know, the one on a little cable, and that you plug it into the cool little hole, not the 3.5mm jack. And it's supposed to be, what is it? Line ring ground. Supposed to be like, you know, stereo sound, 2 sets of inputs, one for each side of your head, where it would sound like as I zoom by you, you can hear me go from left to right. So I did all these really cool talks, and I got really, you know, wax poetic and really heart-to-heart conversations about life and motorcycles and the sun and the moon and grass. And when I went to download it last night, there was no audio. It's almost like the Tenacious D song. This is the greatest and best speech in the world tribute. And it didn't sound anything actually like this song or speech. You gotta believe me. I wish you were there, but it's just a matter of opinion. So anyway, that's about, I don't know, 5 rides. Which is fine, I guess, because I still haven't finished my video from 3 weeks ago, the long ride, because I have been fighting with my Adobe Premiere Pro. It's starting to do just weird things to videos when I try to open them up. When I try to put them in separate tracks, instead of having one as the main, and when I cut it, it just recuts it. It's been just totally rewriting the track. Or it'll stick it right in the middle of the other picture or in the other video. Hey, look, gloves. So I've had these gloves now for 3 weeks, almost to the mark where I have to do the review for Indy Ridge. This is their sport style. It has less leather, more breathable fabric. After 6 months wearing full leather gloves, it is a little weird to get used to these, but hey, they are awesome. They're a little thicker than normal mechanics gloves, obviously, because they provide more protection. These aren't for wrenching. These are for protecting you if you try to punch a yellow jacket at 80 miles an hour. So still breathable. It is what, 80, almost 90 degrees now, and I have yet to try to take off in 3rd gear there. Too much talking, not enough motorcycling. Anyway, but yes, they're very breathable. No sweaty palm, no sweaty fist when I take it off, and it is, what, almost 90 degrees now. It's been that way for the last 3 or 4 days. They're a little more dexterous than the full brown ones that I had reviewed before, obviously because they're thinner. But all 3 of the gloves, the brown leather gauntlets, the denim gloves, and these have the touch control on them, where you can use your fingertips for your touch screens, for your phone, for your navigation. It's easy to find the buttons on my GoPro. These, the clips again, are full wraparound strap on the wrist, which is fantastic. Last thing you want is to hit the pavement doing 60 or 70 and have your gloves fly off. Again, any amount of force is still gonna, you know, eventually yank something off of you. Everybody's heard of this shoes, and it's a true story that you can get your shoes knocked off in a car wreck, even if they're tied. You know, enough force will do anything. Slide you right out of a freaking pair of boots. But hey, the more steps you take to prevent it, the better off you'll be in the end. Like a helmet's not gonna protect you from 100% of your blunt force, but if it even protects you from 95 of it, 5% is still a lot, but it ain't 100. So take all the measures you can for safety to keep yourself safe. I guess that's all I gotta say about that. I am still kind of bummed that I've lost the last whole weeks of videos. Kind of a bummer. But hey, it is what it is. So I'm back to my Xbox headset microphone, which has served me great for the last, I guess, 5 months, 6 months. So no complaints. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. What works, works. It is funny though that a $20 microphone doesn't work and a $5 boom mic off of Amazon works just fine. So we have talked in videos before about what kind of stopper you are. Do you hold your clutch in at the red light? Which I do, because I think everybody around me is crazy. I don't want to be able to take off at a moment's notice. Also because I'm probably the guy who's going to end up not being able to get it back in gear at the red light. That's me. And are you that guy who, in 5th gear, 6th gear, coming up on a stop, do you just squeeze in the clutch in 6th gear and whap it down into 1st and hold the clutch in until you're ready to take off again? I'm an engine braker. I'm sure you've seen from my videos, I do engine brakes. Whenever I see somebody that's, let's call them a whapper, that goes to stop, it squeezes in the clutch and just stomps everything down into 1st. Almost like they're afraid to go in low power, but still under engine to a red light. I'm not sure what they think. I think this is people that are used to driving automatic cars and think it's weird to have the car fighting back against you when you come up on a red light or a stop. I like the feel of the engine brake. It makes me feel like I'm still in control. Personal point of view, coming up on a red light, if you or anywhere really, if you pull in the clutch and stomp it into 1st and all of a sudden have to take off, for one, your transmission is already spinning as fast as your back tire is or normally would be in that gear. If you're in 5th gear going 60 miles an hour and you squeeze in the clutch and stomp it down into 1st, well, that's like being in 1st gear going 60 miles an hour. It makes me wonder if that's why Harleys leak so bad. It's always it's always Harley that I see do this. Hey, that's me being preferential and being, you know, I guess picking on Harley people, which is easy. They make themselves stand out. It ain't hard. But yeah, coming up on a red light, if you had to go back into gear to escape a situation, you've got no idea how fast you're going. Obviously your speedometer will, but you're not going to get it back into gear in time to save yourself, because picture, if you will, 60 miles an hour, 5th gear, you squeeze in the clutch, stomp it down into 1st, and then you're still going 40 miles an hour and have to put it back into gear. If you're in 1st gear 40 miles an hour, your engine's going to scream. But most likely you won't. You'll go to throw it back into gear and it'll automatically throw you forward and wreck you anyway, because super engine braking. That's how I see that one. Now I'm pulling a Carl. It's the male version of a Karen. Why are all these people in my way? These people should not be in my way. I'm Carl. Get out of my way. let me know your thoughts on engine braking, engine decel, hitting the brakes, holding the clutch in at red lights, going to neutral at red lights, and tell me your reason for doing these things in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, because I want to know you're out there. It's great that I see, anywhere between, hey, 50 and 1,000 people have watched one of my videos, but let me know what you think about them. If you don't like something I'm doing, I probably don't like it either. Let me know. So that's all I got for today. It's time to go to work. Side note again, awesome being able to get up late and stay up late to go to work. I'm a second shifter, so I ain't got to get out of bed until about 10 o'clock. And then I get home and have plenty of time to eat, watch videos, and play on the Xbox, which is fantastic. So, without further ado, I'm out of here, and you guys stay safe.